welcome to my channel, and thank you for stopping by. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back. So it's time for another tarot journal with me video. So let's grab our journals and open up to the next space or a fresh sheet. Be sure to write today's date on your page. I find this is really helpful when I come back to review my journaling because it helps me remember what was going on in my life at the time that I did that journaling. Now, if you want, you can pause this and take some notes right now about the things going on in your life, but I recommend that you really jot down anything that's got big feels associated with it or any kind of decisions that you've got going on in your life that you're trying to figure out. So today's card is the Nine of Swords. I'm using Light Seer's Tarot deck by Chrisanne for this video because I really love her imagery and especially the notes that she's written about the cards. The deck resonates with me and I hope you'll find it inspiring for your journaling today. But if you don't, if you have your own favorite tarot deck, feel free to pause the video, pull out your version of the Nine of Swords, or go Google Nine of Swords and look at the images, and I guarantee you're going to find one that speaks to you. Are you ready? Let's get started. I'd like to start by showing you the card and telling you what meanings Chrisanne has assigned to the cards. She sticks pretty close to the traditional meanings, but she has a modern take on it that I really love. She offers two sets of meanings for the cards. One corresponds to if the card is right side up, and one corresponds to if it's reversed. I'm going to read them both to you because I actually use both sets of meanings whenever I'm journaling because it kind of gives me a little bit more insight into what's going on and doesn't get me stuck in one way of being. So for the upright version, which is what she calls the Light Seer, she says, nightmares, worry, feelings of depression or anxiety, insomnia, fear, an opportunity to find courage, a time to focus on safety and the things that are going well in your life. For Shadow Seer, which is the reversed version of the card, she says, paranoia, deeply anchored fears, inability to think clearly, inner turmoil, negative self-talk that affects self-esteem, and an opportunity to actively begin the healing journey. Now that we have a tiny bit of insight into what Chrisanne says the meanings of the cards are, let's start with three general questions that I like to use to get my intuitive side up and running. Number one, what stands out to you about this card? Are there colors or images, symbols, or the theme of the card? Does it stand out to you? Does it strike you? Number two, what feelings or emotions come up for you when you see this card? I'll be honest, this is a card that when people see it, they usually have a pretty strong reaction to it. Number three, how does this card relate to your life right now? I'm going to put these questions next to the cards so you can refer to them while you're journaling. And remember, you are not journaling for anybody else but you. So journal however you like. If you like to draw, draw. If you like bullet points, go for it. Whatever works for you. I'm going to give us about 3 minutes to work on this part of our tarot journaling. So just jot down your ideas for the general questions. Let's go. So now we've got some notes written down about the general things coming up for us when we see this card. And if you've got bells going off telling you that something you noted needs more time journaling, you're welcome to go for it. This is for you. So however you choose to journal, whatever you choose to journal about is exactly what you're supposed to be journaling about right now. Trust yourself. If you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. When I'm studying tarot cards, I like to find different questions that can take me deeper into journaling about how the card shows up in my life and see what comes up from a more detailed exploration. And of course, like always, I'm going to give you a couple of the questions that I've come up with. You're welcome to dig into one of them, all of them, or you can even go back and keep journaling on what came up to you in the general questions. Or you can journal about something that you think is unrelated to the card, although I would argue that if it's come up now, it's related somehow. Now, the questions that I've chosen to share for this card are, number 1, where in your life are you imagining the worst instead of activating the best? Number 2, do you feel anxiety? About what? Number 3, how can you channel nervous or erratic energy into something productive? Number 4, what would happen if you focused on the things going well in your life? Again, I'm going to put these questions up next to the cards so you can refer to them while you're journaling. Remember to trust yourself and allow yourself to dig into it. You're not sharing this with anybody. This is just for you. So give yourself the luxury and go dig in. I'm going to give us about 20 minutes to work on this part of our tarot journaling. So let's go. Okay, my friends, that was pretty quick for me. How about you? Was it enough time? Do you need to pause so that you can have more time to finish out your sentence? Or is there something that you need to stick a pin in it and come back later to do more journaling? You can do all of that. Now, when you think you're done journaling, I have one more set of questions for you to consider writing about. Number 1, what did I learn about myself from this journaling? Number 2, was there any advice that came up during the journaling? Number 3, how do I feel about what I journaled? And number 4, are there any suggestions for what I should journal on next? Just taking a few quick notes about this can be helpful for integrating any aha moments you had and give you a jumping off point for a whole new journaling session. So that's it for today's Tarot Journal with Me session. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll be back in 7 to 10 days with another session with a new card for you, and I hope you'll join me. I'm working my way around the decans of the zodiac. Each set of 10 degrees of the zodiac has a tarot card associated with it, and I'm going in order. I started with the spring equinox, which is the beginning of the zodiacal year, and we've gotten this far, so pretty soon we're going to be coming up on the summer solstice. We'll be almost a quarter of the way done, which is wild. This is going fast. I'd love to have you join me again. If you like this content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel so you're notified when the next one is uploaded. And if you know somebody who might find this type of content helpful, please share it with them. Thank you again for spending time tarot journaling with me. Take care, my friends, and I will see you soon.